Okay, we are back for round 2. I don't know why that happened. Let me get back out of here and see if this is working. Let me know if you guys can see me. Okay, Kimberly says it's working now. That is so crazy. I have never had that problem happen since I have my own internet out here in the barn, and I've never had that happen. But it's also extremely windy today, so I don't know if maybe it moved my, I don't even know what that thing's called out there. The box thing that sits outside and grabs the internet. that thing, that technical word for it. Okay, well, I'm happy to see that you guys all have found me again. I'm so sorry that happened. Where I'm gonna have to try to figure out, I'm gonna have to keep these separate like it is, because since this is a live Facebook, I can't kind of go in and splice them together like you can if I was just making a regular video. So we're just gonna keep going here. So we need our, not sure where I lost you guys, but I'm going to go back and tell you that we're also going to be using the Spotlight on Nature's dies. I am using this one right here. This is a 2-inch, well, it's about a 2-inch, 2¼ inch circle, and I'm using the one with the little 3 eyelet things on it. I'm going to be using this for my stamping. Now, if you order my kit, you will already have this pre-cut for you. I don't expect you guys to have all the things. So let's go ahead and get, I have to remember, that just messed with me. Kind of threw me off my game. Everything was going good. All right, I'm going to use the mini corrugated embossing folder. I'm actually going to put this piece of designer series paper in that. I'm also going to die cut this as well, since we've got the machine all over here together. I'm letting my piece of ribbon dry. I probably should flip it over and do the other side before I forget. So in order to run the, oh look, I have a piece of paper sitting in there. In order to use the 3D die, I need my plate number 1 and this, and my specialty plate, which is number 4. I'm going to place my embossing folder with the hinge in first, then place the gray specialty plate on top, and then run that through. And since we're still going here, I'm going to, now typically when you go to run your pieces through, you would need 2 of your clear plates. So you would normally, if you have the machine, you're going to be using plate number 1, plate number 2, and then 2 of your number 3 plates. But I have this little magic mat because that's just what I like to use. And we're going to grab this in my white scrap. We're going to cut that out. My mom turned me on to this magic mat and I'm just lost without it. So that is my mat of choice. Okay, so that's what I need for that. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna flip this over and I'm just gonna run this pin along the back side of this ribbon as well. Now, because our pins are alcohol based, it dries really fast on this, but I like to still give it a couple of minutes to dry so we don't stain any of our paper. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Kimberly. It was all about the rug. They turned my channel off because I was talking smack about the rug. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started. Look how neat that is. I hope you guys can see that. Maybe you can see it a little bit better like that. You can see the little ripples in there. See, there's that ugly rug. Better watch what I say now. But you can see the little ripplies in that. Okay. So now I'm going to adhere this piece down first on my crumb cake base. After I throw it around a little bit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece right to here. Now it's going to go all the way to the bottom. It is the same height as our piece with that border being on the sides. Okay, like so. That's going to go right in the center. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. Okay, that looks good. Give that a good smush. Our little darker piece here is going to go down towards kind of the bottom half there, like so. Now I'm kind of get a lot of glue on that because I really want that to stick. And with that corrugated, you got to make sure you hit all those little high bumps. Okay. Then on our white piece here, we are going to use a couple of our stamps. I'm going to use my crumb cake ink and my early espresso. So I'm going to use the smaller little floral image here, or leaf image, I guess you might say. I guess that's not very florally, but. And I'm going to use crumb cake. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to stamp that off a couple of times. And so 4th gen, I'm going to place that on there. So it's very light. So I did it, here's the strongest, here's the 2nd, here's the 3rd, there's the 4th. Okay, may the 4th be with you. No, I'm not a Star Wars nerd. Then we're going to use a little note of appreciation because I can always use thank you cards. Okay, so we're going to use our early espresso. I'm going to stamp right over that image. Now on these darker colors, I like to do like hot breath, a huff on those, especially since it's kind of cold out here in this barn. Kind of just gets a better look on that. And it gets it a little bit of a stronger, wetter, I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly, but if you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna grab some dimensionals here, and we are going to take our ribbon. We're still going good, right? Oh no. Oh, hi, your dogs are Obi-Wan Kenobi and Leia. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. Like I said, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I grew up in that era. So, I mean, at least on the older Star Wars. So I do know. Okay, so I'm going to place that with